Now I really hope that I am in frame. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Krishna. If you're not new, welcome back. I recently did a poll under one of my posts on Instagram asking whether you guys wanted a reading vlog, and I thought I would incorporate it with a week in my life bookish edition. Basically what I read in a week, and so I don't know how this week is actually going to go reading wise, but I gave myself a bit of a challenge. So not only am I reading Say You Swear by Megan Brandy, which I've been loving so far. I'm only 66 pages into the book. I'm also going to participate in a read along. And by that I mean, if you guys are not familiar, one of my bookish friends here on BookTube, as well as Book Talk, and as well as Bookstagram, Bo's Book Diary, she is hosting a read along. She's doing one for A Little Life, and she's also doing one for Butcher and Blackbird. This is going to be my second time trying to read this book. I DNF'd it the first time because I was going through a reading slump. But today is just 5 pages, which is not 5 pages, 5 chapters. It's 50 pages. I'm not going to be annotating this read along just because I don't know, my brain is telling me if I annotate it I'm going to take longer, and I don't want to take longer than literally the week. The reading schedule for this read along is a week, and that's like the average time that I finish a book. But with how hard it was for me to get through the, like, not even halfway the book, I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to finish it. But yes, I'll be reading along with everyone else that is doing this read along with Mpo. I'm excited to finally get through the book. It's a 2-page long content trigger warning. It's a book about serial killers, so there's some generally messed up murder and chaos. I'm reading that word for word. Yeah, and then the dedication that says, for those of you who read the trigger warnings and said accidental cannibalism, count me in. This one's for you. It's called Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. So if you guys are interested in reading this, please read the trigger warnings, because there's a lot to get through. But yeah, that's the read along that I'm going to be reading with this week. And then also carrying on with my normal current read, which is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. As I said, I've made it to page 66. I've annotated quite a bit so far, and I also downloaded this book on my phone, so when I want a cozy app, instead of picking up the book I will read on my phone, but also annotate on there because I do want to finish annotating this book. But yeah, this is a football college romance with a love triangle, and it starts off strong and pretty fast actually, because that one I wanted to ask her out, this one already kissed her. And yeah, today is Monday. I have an event Thursday and Friday. I have a market on Saturday for my small business, and I have to get things done for that market. Yeah, I'll just check in on you guys at a later stage when there's something to actually say. What I am gonna do now though is coffee and breakfast, because okay guys, it is past 6, probably around 7 o'clock, and I haven't gotten far, but I am almost done with the amount of pages that I am supposed to be reading for Butcher and Blackbird. I stopped at chapter 3. I have chapter 4 and 5 to read, and I want to see how much that is. Okay, so that much. I've read this much, and I've read this much. So I've only got 2 chapters to read until today's scheduled amount has finished. I don't know why I actually just put the bookmark there. My mind's not working. But I'm gonna be reading until I finish those 2 chapters, and then we're gonna do a little bit of say you swear as well. So yeah, I actually can't. I wanted to listen to the playlist, but I film on my phone, so I'm gonna have to connect it to my laptop. My laptop's taking quite a bit long, just because there's a lot of material on there, and I've got my coffee at the ready. I'm starting on page 33. I realized that I kind of missed 2 days. Maybe I am just horrible at this YouTube thing, but I swear I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna film for the rest of this week, and try and really keep up to date. Let me just give you guys a brief run through of how my week went so far, bookish wise. I didn't read much Tuesday I read more than yesterday. Yesterday I did not read at all. No, I did in the morning. I read in the morning. I'm supposed to be keeping on track with this book. I've read more on my phone. I just finished chapter 10 on my phone, so I need to read the rest. And I haven't made it further than I think chapter 15 or somewhere there in this book, which is not far at all. I have time to at least get some reading done. Actually, I think the reason that I kind of got discouraged is I did a little bit of like a time lapse, but I didn't know that I didn't press record. I read for about half an hour or so reading this book, and I didn't get any content because when I flipped my phone around, because I was filming with my back camera, I saw that I didn't press record, and I lost my mind because that little minor inconvenience messed up the rest of my day. I'm just gonna scroll on TikTok. That's what I'm gonna do. But I really can't scroll much because everything on my For You page is Liam Payne's toxology report and everything that they are discovering with this autopsy, and then all the sad One Direction edits. I'm not doing okay, if you wanted to ask. Spotify has this little thing that says for remembering Liam Payne, and what I'm gonna do now though is just sit and read, because I can't be on my phone. And I don't want anyone to shout at me. By anyone, she knows who she is. I don't want it to shout at me, so I'm gonna read as much as I can. I have about 10 chapters to finish today, because tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow is Friday. And this is only supposed to take 5 days for me to finish, so I need to get on that. here's a little update for you guys. It is currently Monday. I started filming this video last week Monday, and I skipped Tuesday and Wednesday. I filmed Thursday. I didn't film Friday, Saturday or Sunday, and it's Monday. It's currently 11:53 on a Monday, the 28th of October. And because of how many days I missed, I am going to continue this video for another week because I feel like I didn't do my best. Anyways, here's a little reading update for you guys. I did, however, finish a book within the week, and that was Butcher and Blackbird. I rated this a 4.5. I will leave the link to my Goodreads because I, for the life of me, cannot remember what I put in my review. Now that I have finished it, I am very excited to start Leather and Lock. There were a couple bonus scenes in this book. I'm not going to say much about it, but it really does give an introduction as to what Leather and Lock is about. But obviously we don't have any determined time when that's going to happen. And that's not only me, that's everyone here. I was messaging the girl that was hosting this, and I kept telling her I'm behind, and I feel so bad because I told myself this was my second chance with this book and I'm gonna get through because I might actually love it, and I did love it. The end of it, there was quite a plot twist. During me reading Butcher and Blackbird, I was also reading Say You Swear. I started at about 12:30 yesterday reading this book, and I couldn't put it down. I read for an hour and 25 minutes per se. I was also annotating in between, but I didn't use that because I was going back to annotate, so I stopped at about 2:30, so technically like around 2 hours I spent with this book because it made me cry. You know those moments where you just have to close the book and look into the invisible camera and talk to the invisible people in your room because you can't keep it to yourself anymore? That was me. I'm not gonna spoil too much, even though I want to so bad and like explain why I was crying, but now I get why people say that this is kind of a sad book. I didn't want to go into this because I didn't want to cry. I don't know if my emotions are just haywire because it's that time of the month, or if I've just genuinely become such an emotional person, because I was never a crier when it came to books. I was a crier with movies and series and songs. Actually, no, not even songs. But I've recently become a crier with songs and books. All of the blue tabs that you can see, the light blue ones are all the sad moments. The dark blue ones are all like the love professing or the spicy scenes because I didn't have enough tabs. We have a dark purple, which is Chase. We have more of like a lavender, which is Ariana. And then we have the lilac, which is Noah. I explained basically the entire plot to my mother this morning. But if you don't want know anything about this book, go ahead. Just fast forward the video. But there is a scene in this book where we find out that Noah's mother is in a rehabilitation center because she had a stroke 2 years ago and she lost mobility in her left side. I think the left side of her face is lame and she can't move her arm. And it wasn't really like a sad part of the book. It wasn't like the main sadness that they wanted to bring, you know. But I was saddened by this because I have had a personal experience with my mother who experienced a stroke, and I know it really kind of shook me and my family. So I cried at that part, and I sent my mother a voice note and I said, this boy is struggling because his mother's in a rehabilitation center, and I know that would have been my mother if we had the money to put her there. She would have been living in a rehabilitation center when she was trying to regain her mobility, trying to write again, because it wasn't my mother's left side, it was my mother's right side. I'm going off track and I can feel the tears, so I'm gonna move on. I'm hoping I could finish the book today, because I'm on page 397 and it goes till 514, I think. Yeah, I'm on page chapter 42, and the chapters go till 53, and then the epilogue. The epilogue is from page 497, so that's about 100 pages, till 514. So 100 pages from 42 to 53. So I'm hoping I can finish this today. And then, yeah, I've read about 8 books for October. That's insane. That is the most I've read.